We are lost. Now there's not even a trail anymore. The only thing we go by now is we see the ocean. And we're at 100 meters elevation, so it looks like it's mainly rocks. Oh fuck! See? Fucking idiot we are. My eyes can see. Okay, we just walk up and look if there's a possible opening there. But it's just we're stuck in the middle of a cliff. I crashed. I just fell. Rolled down like 5 meters down the fucking thing. It hurts so much everywhere. I'm the king.
We cannot live our life for the adventure. And you need to do these things. And you need to do them yourself. You can't just take somebody's word for it. Like, no, it's not possible, or it's too dangerous. If adventurers would live by other people's word, nobody would ever have climbed Mount Everest, like, because it's too dangerous. And
we so badly want to do a lap around this island, Koh Chang, and according to the map, there's only a short gap, like it couldn't be more than like 1 kilometer.
Yeah, and if you ask people, they say no, it's not possible.
And we might have to go back if we can. If it's just jungle, we can't walk in the jungle with the bike. So you see, the jungle is like this. Okay. Good luck, brothers.
when the Thai people said it's not possible to do a lap around the island, we couldn't really tell for sure if they just didn't understand the question, or because they usually don't, and they say no, it's not possible, or no, don't have, when they don't understand the question. So we just went on and tried. We had to know for ourselves. We couldn't really believe that it wasn't possible to make a lap around the island, especially when on the map you saw the roads were so close. There was only a little bit gap without the road. Now we know that the road we were following on the map shouldn't have been on the map.
Dead end road.
We're not at the end of the road according to the map, you see? The road continues, but reality says there's a river here.
Reality says we have to cross the river.
And I don't see a road on the other side. Take your shoes off and just walk.
It's the road.
You see, the road is hidden underneath all this crap.
Never give up.
Never fucking give up. Var är du, Mika?
Now it starts the real. Asphalt ends.
Okay.
There's still hope.
And I have killer ants all over me. The trail is just pure jungle.
Look, it's there, or straight through. We need a machete.
We have a situation here. Man, why didn't we bring at least a knife?
We will get home sooner or later. But I'm getting hungry. At least we're not battling with time, because it's only 4 o'clock, so it doesn't get dark.
But it's only going upwards.
Yeah.
We need to go down soon. A mountain bike wouldn't help us here, like.
No.
Yeah, it was just an abandoned road, and it was broken every here and there, like. And when it ended, it didn't end. It just disappeared. It was still on the map, but the road disappeared, and we just kept going until we realized going back is not an option anymore. We just figured if we go a little bit longer, maybe we see the road again. We never saw the road again.
We are lost. Now there's not even a trail anymore.
We are lost big time.
And we said, at least we're not battling against the time, so it's gonna be dark. Well, I'm not so sure about that anymore. It's 4 o'clock, and we are lost. We lost everything that we could count as a track. the only thing we go by now is we see the ocean, and we're at 100 meters elevation, so we have a steep fucking hill to climb down.
After a while we understood that it was longer and harder to go back than to keep going, even though we didn't know if it would be possible to keep going if we eventually had to turn back. But it was getting dark and there was no time to go back. It was too long, and when it's dark in the jungle, it's dark in the jungle. You can't see your hand.
Okay, so we rolled down the jungle for like an hour, and now we reached the ocean. Now we will see if that helps us in any way, because it looks like it's mainly rocks. Oh fuck!
When we first came down to the beach, it was such a relief because it was open. You could feel how the difference between the jungle and the ocean was like on the beach down there. Even though you couldn't walk on the beach, it was just rocks. You felt like, the ocean. Open spaces.
I think it's easier to walk along these rocks than up again.
Yeah.
And we can take a swim. And I need to pee.
But can we get down here?
Yeah, we can if we have to travel with the bike.
Yeah. Fucking Mika, what are we doing? How is my back?
Dirty?
I crashed. I just fell. Rolled down like 5 meters down the fucking thing, and it hurts so much everywhere. Never give up.
Please say that we can walk along this.
It's not gonna be easy, but it's gotta be a lot easier than going back. You see, we walked down that fucking hill. Mika, look at that.
Yeah,
we walked all the way from the top there with our bikes. There's no trail there. It's fucking jungle. I'm gonna give the guy who said it's not possible to do a lap around the island right. Yeah.
We tried walking as far as we could on the cliffs, but the cliffs were way more dangerous. The rocks were way more dangerous and almost impossible to walk on because they were too steep.
Do you think we can walk on those rocks? We have to. I'm not going.
I'm not going up there. I just don't.
We have to make the SOS sign.
Yeah, let's go get the bikes.
Man, this is for real. We are lost.
We might need to swim. Leave the bikes and swim. Damn it.
But you see, that one is super.
Okay, we just walk up and look if there's a possible opening there. Då inte on the back road. This ride is so much harder because it's not a fucking ride, it's just a jungle survival mission. Whew. Is it possible to go here by bike? I left the bike over there. I need to find out. One more. Might be possible, but we have to walk in the water and carry the bike there. We don't know how steep it is, how deep it is. Fuck it, I'm not going up here again.
So we had to go all the way back up in the jungle again and then go down again to the beach just to realize that, man, there's one more corner, one more rock that we can't pass. So we had to go up again, and we did that several times, up and down, up and down.
You know when you dream, like I have this dream a lot, like that you're hanging on a cliff, like, and you can't go up and you can't go down and you can't go sideways, you're just stuck. Not only did I live that nightmare, I had to carry, in one hand I had a 10 kilo heavy bike, so I had to hold on with only one hand, and
On top of that, above me, I saw Mika screaming to me. He was in the same position. He couldn't go in any direction, holding his bike, and he was screaming, this is really bad, Kim, and this is really bad, and there was panic in his voice.
The fucking
insane.
The fucking cliffs were just too dangerous. We almost died there, both of us, hanging, ready to let go of our bikes. So we had to go back, and now we're on our way up again to walk over the cliffs.
When I heard the fear in Mika's voice when he was screaming, and I saw him up there screaming, this is so bad, this is really bad, I just got so much extra strength, and I managed to get out of that tricky position without even letting go of my bike. Thinking back, letting go of the bike might be a wise choice, because it was my life on the line. It was that bad.
I remember I said, just stay where you are. I'm coming up there to help you. Let go of the bike if it's necessary. The bike is not important. I realized that my primary instinct is not survival, it's love. In case of danger of a loved one, I do anything. I risk my life to save that person. That's not me thinking of my survival, that's me thinking of out of pure love. To be strong for Mika was what kept me going, and I felt that the same was for him. He could have entered the mode of complaining, but he kept on in a good mood, staying strong and optimistic, because then I could feel that, and I would stay strong and optimistic. Not a single time I heard him say, no, we can't walk this way, like we're screwed. He always said, I think there's a little bit of an opening here, we can go this way. And when I was ahead of him, I was the same, like, I think we can go this way. No, there's an opening here, like, yeah, we can go down there and there. Instead of, man, fuck, there's no way to go, and complaining about the mosquitoes and the ants and that we were in so much pain. It doesn't take you anywhere.
Idiot. Yeah, at least we see the civilization now. I could kill for sugar, any kind of sugar. We haven't eaten in hours and hours. We were so hungry when we just started on this trail, and it's getting dark. Okay, final effort.
The mosquitoes, the ants were killing us, the insects were killing us. The branches of all the trees were scratching us big time. Our bikes got stuck in the branches, but we just kept going.
Fucking 4 hours and 20 minutes later, since I said, oh, let's stop on this restaurant to see if we can find something to eat. But no, we tried to get to the other side and get something to eat there.
On some point of that day, I got the insight that the reason we humans give up is because we have the option to give up. When we were walking in that jungle, we didn't have the option to give up, because the option to giving up equals way more suffering than keep going. Giving up meant staying in the jungle, just sit down and, oh, what I'm gonna do, and let the mosquitoes and the insects kill you, and it's gonna get dark and you need to sleep in the jungle, and we had no water and no food. So giving up equals more suffering than keep going. And that's usually how it is in real life as well. Like giving up is usually more painful than keep going, but we're just so used to give up, and we're so used to suffer. But when it comes down to the matter of life and death, you usually don't give up, because why would you? Giving up comes with a lot of pain. That's how I succeeded with a lot of things lately. I burn all the bridges, so I can't give up, and if I give up I will suffer big time, and it's easier to go on than to give up. And then you usually make it, and we made it this time because we just didn't see the point of giving up.
We think that on the other side of this corner here we will be able to make it to safety. I'm so thirsty. We haven't had water for like hours. Fucking crazy. We made it out. Now we're at some...
Just before it got dark.
Now we're at some crazy resort, like this biggest resort, and there's no people or whatsoever here, and we can hardly find our way out here.
No.
So big.
But we made it through the jungle 4 or 5 hours. I was seriously afraid we were gonna have to sleep in the jungle.
Yep.
And I don't know how much crap we have passed, like snakes or...
Yeah, we walked in this high grass in the jungle. Just not a single thought entered my mind about snakes and dangerous animals, because it's just survival mode.
That was pure survival mode. In the beginning we were kind of joking, but then it got
making
serious.
video out of it, like
it got really serious. We were lost big time. that place would be so hard to walk even without the bicycle, and we had
bicycle shoes.
Bicycle shoes and a bike. Thank God I have a lightweight bike.
I haven't. After a 4 or 5 hour walk in the jungle, make sure there's no like spikes in the tires. There was lots of them, and my arms are fucked, my legs are fucked, I am fucked, and I'm so thirsty. We gotta find some place. And now we have about 16-17k of the steepest climbs in the world, like around 17 degrees, like so fucking steep. Back home, and we're hungry. We're gonna find a Sprite, Minute Maid, water,
something with
any sugar. Nasty stuff here. That was the guy who didn't let us in when we tried to. Dead end. The guy. This time I believe him. You can't make a lap around the island by bike.
Oh, that was good, huh?
Never tasted that good.
You have Sprite?
No Sprite. We so badly want to do a lap around this island, Koh Chang. I'm the king of the sand, of the ocean.